Try to dial in closer on that. Change my camera angle today. Bear with me as I'm trying to get it all set up here. There, I think that'll be close enough. That's where the majority of the work will be. And I'm going to open up my app here real quick. My lovely wife is learning how to use the lathe herself here. What's up, Evil Rick? Oh, Spike was in here apparently. I didn't get to see that. Jordy, how are you, buddy? Evil Rick, how are you? All right. So my wife is learning how to use the lathe. She is making a pen as well. And she's doing pretty good. She pretty much did all the work on this one herself. She's using some rosewood. So she's just got some sanding and stuff to do. And she can get this done. While she's doing that, I'm going to take out the stuff that I need for Jordy's pen and pencil kit, which, put it out there. Yep, I got Jordy's pen and pencil kit right there. So I'm going to work on these tubes. And so while she's doing that, I'm going to adjust the camera here and work from my view. No, you're good. Sand it. 320, 400, 600. So I'll be giving my wife little pointers here and there as we go, and giving her instructions. Hopefully she likes this enough that she wants to continue doing it. She's bought a whole bunch of stuff to make her own pen kits, that's for sure. So these tubes here, I'm going to scuff them up. Just some 220, 240, nothing crazy sandpaper, and just scuff up your tubes. And I'm making sure that I'm keeping the pencil and the pen kits separate because there is a difference between the two. We're going to be doing these in bloodwood per Jordy's request. I think I might have to close my chat and reopen it maybe. Yep, there we go. So we got to scuff them up just so they're nice and clean. Good. I've got pen tubes out first. I think they might even actually all be the same. Yeah, they're all the same. Good. So they're all the same height. So that means I only need to hold one tube out. I can make all my marks on one tube. Drop those back in the bag. And I'm going to need a second piece of bloodwood for this. And my marker. Alright, yep, bloodwood here. I only need one tube for this. So we're going to set one right at the edge there. Get it right at the edge and then mark it. And we'll go about 1/4 of an inch away from it. And then the second one, lined up there, same thing, about 1/4 of an inch away. I don't know which way is the best way to see it. Maybe that, maybe. Now, I have enough to do one extra, but I want the grain to match, so put a little X on that one. Then we'll pick up a new piece. And we also want to keep track of our grain and our middle cuts. Let's do the same thing on this one now. Get it about 1/4 of an inch. That's probably a little more than 1/4 of an inch, but it's okay. Same thing again. Yep, yep. And green line. Right. We'll start with the cuts. This guy in here. I'm going to line it up so on this first cut the blade is pretty much directly through the middle. And this one we're going to have the blade just to this side of the line. I would have this aim down a little bit more for you guys to see, but the camera mount I have doesn't allow me to aim down quite so well. Alright, so these two pieces are pretty close to equal, which is fine. And we got our line so that we know grain pattern. My wife just lost her little buffing rag there. Yeah, I caught something. Okay, let's make our next cut. And this piece we can save for later because it is long enough for another tube. We'll save her for later. Let's see if I can just bring this down a little more. Get you closer at least. Okay, same thing. Make the first cut right on the line. I moved a little bit. Didn't like my movement. Okay, so what I like to do also is when I have a little scrap leftover piece, just so I don't confuse it with anything, label it. Even if your handwriting isn't great, label it. If you got a slightly bigger piece and you know you can put it with something else that is similar, I still label it. That way I don't ever get confused. This will go into a smaller pieces bin. This will go back with my other stock.
Hey,
Yes, love.
will you come feel my wood?
Can I come feel your wood?
Yeah.
Where'd you get wood?
It's feeling, it's like there's a bump there, but I don't know, it feels like
Probably okay. Where did you go up to?
you're 600.
Okay, so you've already passed the 320. Let me give you some new 320 and just do that again.
And then we do the
I'm gonna give you-
600.
I'm going to give you a new 320 and I'm going to give you a new 400. I'm going to give you 600 as well. Yep, just toss those.
And then so I don't have to bug you with the thin, the medium, and the adhesive are
Label. Yes, but you gotta switch to the plastic fittings. You don't want to do it with the metal.
And then 2 thin, 7 medium.
3 thin, 7 medium. You gotta label these for you. Just throw those here. Sorry guys. We tore off new sandpaper, so it's a good idea to write your grit on your sandpaper.
Do you still sand this at 3200 or what are you sanding? at?
Sanding it at 3200.
Dang, okay, I gotta fix it.
I do, at least. I mean, you can sand it at a lower.
I burned my damn fingers off. I'm sensitive, you know.
You've never been sensitive.
So, what am I doing? 300 to 100.
600. You could do it at 2500 RPMs too. You don't have to be up that high.
It's okay, it's just hot.
Yeah, it gets hot, but remember, you don't have to push on that with your finger. You can hold both sides too. There you go. All right. I'm not seeing comments here for some reason. I'm going to close my chat and then open it back up. Hopefully that helps. There we go. There's much more chat. Jim, how are you? Jim on Facebook, man, send me your address and we'll talk about your pen. I know you were wanting one, so we'll talk about yours too. So send me your address on Facebook and we'll get you taken care of one way or another. All right, so I'm gonna turn the camera back towards what my wife is doing.
Not back there.
Huh?
Not back there.
Not back there?
On me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so my wife doesn't want the camera on her, so I'll just flip it to where I'm going to take a seat. And I will set myself up here where I can see the comments here. Okay. I can at least see the comments here. I'll change my viewing stuff here. Because that 144 quality sucks. Put it up to 480. That's why we wear our dust masks.
Fucking hate mask. It's the greatest shit. Fucking wear them for never mind. You're live, I'll edit my comments.
Yep. My wife is swearing like a sailor. She is wonderful. I love her filthy little potty mouth. She is actually turning her very first pen right now, but she's camera shy. She doesn't like to be on camera, so she is. She's doing the work and she's doing good. She's done almost all of it by herself. Some light learning in there. When you sand those, when you get to that 320 grit, go back to your 320. This should be even. You got a little bit of lip. This one here is pretty good. This one needs a little. That one's okay. Could use a little more. And this one could definitely use a little more. Just focus right on your bushing there. And the closer you get to those bushings, the better the pen will line up. So this is different. I get to live stream and I get to chat a little bit before I'm actually doing too much work. My wife always tells me she likes watching me work, and now I'm the one watching her work. So how is everybody tonight? Everybody's doing good, I hope? And she's actually doing a really, really good job. That feel okay to you? Let me see. I'm sure it's good, but let me see. Better than what it was. Yep. Much better. Yep, and then just move side to side. And you're supposed to shut it off and do the side sanding in between each. Remember that?
No.
Okay, well, now you remember because I've reminded you. I agree, it is cool that she's learning too, because she's always telling me she wants to find a hobby or something that she likes, and she got pretty excited about all the exciting colored woods and different things like that, and acrylics. So she's out here and she's cranking away. She's never used a lathe before, and she's just cranking away, doing her thing. Doing a pretty good job. I knew she would be fine with all the steps and everything.
No, I'm not. I skip steps.
I know, you're a skipper. But Chris Chris Burnett is skipper for skipping through videos. She skips through steps of things sometimes.
That's what I do. Nobody got that kind of time.
Get her a Dremel for Christmas. She is welcome to use my Dremel at any time, but she has not expressed much of any kind of interest in carving. She does like making fairy houses, but she makes them with different materials and does lots of hot glue and artsy stuff, and she buys a lot of little characters and stuff like that.
I don't know, I might have to do my own wood spirit so I can do the stump that's been sitting there for 2.5 years. Because somebody else isn't going to get it done.
Yeah, Jordy, you were supposed to fly here to Michigan and carve her a wood spirit in this giant stump, so...
I was talking about you, but I mean, I'm welcome to, like, Jordy can come here and take care of that for me.
There is a giant stump outside that she wants carved.
It's pretty glorious.
There's no way I'm shipping it because the damn thing weighs like 150 pounds.
I'm more than that.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean there, Jordy.
What's that?
Oh, we had a bottler? I didn't even see it in here.
Okay. You gotta do this again.
Gotta do what again?
This.
Yep, clean that off again. And then switch you up and we'll get you ready for finish. And I'd like to put the camera back on that if you don't mind. I can zoom it way in though, so it's like pretty much only on the pen blank.
Then they're gonna have to judge me because I bite my nails.
That's okay. I'll tell you what, a lot of artists and a lot of people that work on stuff, they don't have super long fingernails. That's not their thing. All right, let's set the camera back that direction. Rotate this camera here.
Some in pajamas and a hoodie.
Who cares if you're in pajamas or in a hoodie? Who cares? I don't care. You guarantee you none of the people here watching care. They probably just as fun. Whoa, that's way too zoomy.
Those plastic.
Yep, hang on.
This mask.
Sure, I think that looks about right. Okay. Let's get some bushing switching here. Let's move these out of the way so we don't crash those. And if you start with this one, you can save your fingers from burning and then wrap the other one around it.
I don't need these in here anymore, right? 'Cause we
Correct,
changed
you
it
don't
all
need those
once.
bushings anymore. Put one of these on first. And this. Do them one at a time, save yourself. Okay, stick in front of the screen there.
Are you live streaming?
Yes, we're live streaming.
I got to watch deer today, a whole family of them.
Oh, my daughter got to watch a whole
You know what
family
I
of
got
deer
to see?
today.
Down the street in a pond on my way
What?
home from work last week. There was a little duck that day that everything thawed. It was cute. He found a pond, he found some water, he was out there. He must have fell asleep in there and it froze him to death and he's dead on their pond, frozen.
This is great live stream topics.
I wanted to cry. Yes, he's just stuck out there on their pond and I'm like, how can you even sit in your house and look at that all day?
Where did they take them out?
I don't know. You should go ask.
That's so mean.
I'm very upset about it.
Yeah, but we went to these field things.
By the tunnels.
Yeah. and then it was like, but it's like the opposite side of it, so it's like the like.
I didn't get to
wood
see what
part
you
of
guys
it.
said yet.
And then there was a whole
Hi, Timothy, how are you,
family
sir?
of deer. So like, we were like following them, but really quietly.
Thanks, Evil Rick.
And it was really beautiful. And it was
I think that's
so,
the first
like,
time I've ever had a
quiet
bot
and
in here.
peaceful. So I was like, we were just
Alright.
I'll finish this. I'll look in a few minutes because he's trying to get to his stuff and I'm taking up way too.
Alright, so if you start with this one,
Give me just a few licks.
and wait, you gotta make sure your speed is right, because you're way
What's
too
it
high speed. Down to about 200.
That's too.
Alex,
Good to go.
Marshall.
Yeah, you take that. Just pull it.
Alex, Marshall.
Guess it's not gonna do much there.
Yeah, just be careful not to get it on your fingers. Okay, that's enough. You can move. And then when you start this one, just wrap it around that one. Because then you won't have to worry about a glove or anything. Start with that one first.
I'm going to. This shit stinks.
Alex, Marshall.
It does stink. You only need like one pass forward, one pass back. You get it?
It stinks.
Yes, it does stink. I know.
What? Does it need to be pressed tighter?
Yep. Yeah, get that one in all the way. That's why that one was wobbling. No biggie. I got you, babe. Alright. And Jordy's back. Jordy, you are watching my wife work right now on a pen that she has decided to make.
Is that 3? That was 3 on that one.
Yes, that was 3.
Medium.
Medium coming.
It's just potent.
Yes, it is potent.
You're always trying to kill me.
Never,
Freaking peppers, glue.
never. It's not what I do.
Totally is what you do. Try to think of peppers making chili.
So my wife is making this pen for one of her attorneys that she actually likes. Holy crap, man. I don't know,
You getting bots?
yeah, it looks like I'm getting a few bots. Why CA glue finish? CA glue finish is the most durable finish, and it is also very, very fast to do. So you don't have to wait for urethane to dry in between steps or anything like that. And you get a really, really high gloss, super shiny finish. We did these two earlier today. This is sapele wood. So you end up, let me really try to pull this in here. Yeah, you end up with a really high gloss finish that is nice and pretty and shiny, and I'm trying to make sure I get into the right frame here. Yeah, you end up with a really good high gloss, very durable finish. So it was very fast and a lot easier than what I thought it was going to be. Since it was so much, so easy and not too hard to do, I just continued on with it.
What are you looking for? I know it smells really bad.
Oh, it's great.
What are you looking for?
It flagged that message, Jordy.
What are you doing? Hell pen for your mark.
Hi, Pamela. Jordy said, what the hell is this crap? He's waiting for you to finish.
Hey, you know what? We'll just do this all night then. I've got some pretty acrylics I'm ready to try. This can just go to tomorrow, maybe Friday. How about that?
She's a sassy one, Jordy.
He knows.
He said he's just kidding.
I know. He already knows.
You waiting for your mom's attention on something? Yeah. Easton's waiting to talk to you. What,
5.
5?
Yeah.
5 what?
I got some
5.
more to do. Give me a couple minutes.
What do you mean by that?
She's
Are
on
you waiting for
5
something?
coats.
I've got to do 2 more coats of this, and then I've got to stamp some sanding and stuff. Are you waiting for me?
Yeah, just come in here when you're done.
Okay.
Call me come out here.
All right.
Alrighty. So let's see, what else we got going on here? And I did plug my phone in this time, so I shouldn't die in the middle of it.
That's a good idea.
Okay, we'll see you in a minute, Jordy.
I'm boring him.
No, he's probably running out to do something.
Yeah, sure. That's okay. I suppose.
So you just did 6, now you're on 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry guys, I was supposed to be done, but I'm a little slow since it's my first time.
No worries. Are you gonna take that into,
Did I just say that was 6?
yeah. Yeah, you were on 5 when Easton came in, then you did another one, and then this was your 7.
Yeah, I'll probably take it in. I don't plan on quitting quite yet, even though I was going to make it a goodbye gift. I'm just kidding. Maybe. I'm not really sure yet.
Alice!
Kind of smells like the acrylic glue when you go to get your nails done at one of those places.
Oh yeah, because they use similar glue.
Whew. Okay. So that should
I
be
got glue on the tip of this, it's making it really hard to
just the tip.
close. Yep, just the tip, see how it feels.
Okay.
Okay, so now you need the rag, cover this up. And before you hit it with the sander, feel it and see where it's rough and where it needs attention. Put the rag on there because we're wet sanding and we don't want the cast iron top to rust. Yep, you're done with the mask because you're wet sanding, so we'll get you up to 1500 RPMs.
I feel like I'm missing a step. Is there something else?
No, right now you're going to start with the wet sanding and then you,
Every second one you want to just stop it, right?
yep, every second one you stop and sand laterally. See what we guys got going on here. I think this will be a better viewing angle for you guys, hopefully. You guys will see the pens come to life quicker. So Jordy is getting bloodwood here. That's what Jordy's getting, is bloodwood pens. Come on, focus. Should come out pretty good, I think. I got to keep them lined up with each kit. And I've got 3 other kits that I was supposed to get done, or at least try to get done today. It didn't happen. My wife and I spent some time together, had a nice little lunch. We went to Woodcraft. Yeah, we spent way too much money today, that's for certain. Every time I go to Woodcraft, I spend lots and lots and lots of money.
Told him he should just go and get on the payroll at least one day a week so he can get the discount. Do they get a discount?
I think they do.
Telling you.
I know, I do need to start working for them. Pamela Lee thinks that it's very cool that you're working the lathe. I think it's pretty freaking cool too. How do you like it? I mean, you've kind of basically done your first pen now. How do you
Yeah.
like it? Is it something you want to continue to do?
Great, you ready to help me do that greenhouse?
You're
I told
only,
him I would try to share some of his hobbies and do stuff if he'll help me with some of mine.
she wants me to labor. That's what she wants me
I
to.
want a geothermal greenhouse.
She wants me to labor. That's what she wants. Once the labor's done, she doesn't care how much I'm in there.
Still feels like it has really rough spots.
It probably does. That's why this is the important one, because this is going to smooth you out the most. This is like the base sanding, right? Everything after this will only make it smoother, but you want to get as much of it done as possible with this. This is the 1500 grit sandpaper that she's using right now.
I think I messed it up with the other sander. I don't know, it's like the glue didn't, or that's, is it CA glue? Didn't go on evenly or something.
So if the CA glue didn't go on super even or super smooth, unfortunately, it's because you weren't smoothing it out enough as you went.
Yeah, that's probably pretty accurate.
But it never goes on super glass smooth either. So there's always some amount of texture to it when it goes on. So I felt it. It didn't feel terrible. I feel like you did okay. But this is your first one. So now you're just going to do a little bit more sanding to smooth it out. No biggie. That's what it's there for.
Come feel my wood.
Come feel your wood. Yes, ma'am.
That's terrible if I had wood. I'm just saying.
It is terrible if you did. So you need a little more right here.
That one feels like bumpy.
This one right here. Get this wetter. My wife and I have all kinds of dirty talk. Yeah, that's generally the way it works. Every time you go to a store, it costs you money. I told Woodcraft today, I said, I think that I think I've probably spent close to $1,000 there this month, and I haven't bought a lot of tools. Most of that was just buying different woods and some tools. Like I bought a new set of chisels. All right, I bought a new 3-piece set of chisels today. That's what I bought there. Nice carbide. And I'm using one of them. You get this nice, super fancy box. It's all nice. But yeah. And the tools aren't cheap in any way, ever, right? We all know that. Tools aren't cheap, but that's what I got. I'm really zoomed in and close because I'm not changing the angle on the camera. But that's what I got. That was an expensive tool that I bought. And then, including this, I think I spent just over $300 today at Woodcraft. So yes, we spend money. That's what we do. $150 worth of steel. What you building? My wife's name is Trisha. Yeah, it's an expensive box, but realistically, the box of wood that I have for turning pens is way more expensive than what I spent on that box. Like some of these woods are insanely expensive, just out of this world expensive. I showed this the other day when I made Jordy's other pen. This is one piece of wood, 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch by 5 inches long. It's $15 for just this one piece of wood. And that is snake wood, very hard to come by, very pretty, pretty dense, very hard. So this is going to be for a future pen for myself or some somebody that wants to pay that kind of money for a blank, that's what it costs, $15 for one piece for one pen.
I think I can't get it perfectly smooth, I don't know if I'm going to.
Let me see.
Right here feels a little bumpy, and right here. What do you think?
Okay, let's look. We will take a look, because sometimes it just feels bumpy and it's really not. Well, it feels pretty good. So you might have been feeling this little knob right here.
I don't think so.
Could have been, it's sticking up. Yeah, I think you're good to continue on.
Okay. Delicious.
Luann, hi Tricia,
Hi.
and so does Pamela.
Hello.
All right, cool, for fun to play with.
I'm pretty excited to do those acrylics. They're pretty awesome looking. For all you wood people.
So Jim wants me to remind you, Trish, that you have been on camera before, a sand spirit for one, I think when we were up north at the beach and we made.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Wait, it was terrible. It was so bad.
It was the most horrible sand spirit ever.
It was pretty funny though.
It was absolutely terrible. It was a hideous sand spirit. Who does this crap?
We do for the fun of it because we make our own fun.
She'll be just about done with her pen here in maybe about another 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll get on to Jordy's pens. I'm going to preload some tools and stuff here. Stuff that I know is going to be needed. Now, if I wanted to try to use the drill press to drill these out, I could, but they're just not going to be as accurate on the drill press, so I like to use the lathe for everything because I'm confident that the lathe is going to work properly. The drill press, there's some variables and stuff like that that make it not really great and okay. So I'm going to leave the camera focused on that. I'm going to step aside over here and kind of lay out her pen kit in the way that it needs to be, so when she's ready to come over here and start working on assembly, she can assemble neatly.
Good looking out good.
I got this extra bag over here.
The funny part is that you actually think if you lay it out, I'm not going to ask you questions.
No, I know you'll ask questions, and that's okay. I put the pen bushings in the wrong bag. Do you want to keep your bag for your pen?
No, let's do one of those ones that you got. Oh wait, no, I got the box.
Yeah, no, I meant for just in the future, so you know what you did.
Oh.
I thought that bag was a little bit big on the bushings here. And wasn't folding up the same way. Makes sense now. Ha, ha, ha. Alright, yeah, so I'm just going to lay her pen out for her so that it is easier for assemble. Try to lay it out better at least. And I may end up not assembling everything, laying it out correctly, but hopefully. At least try to get her close to the ballpark here. So we're going to shoot for close to the ballpark. What? What, my little bird?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it feels a lot better now than it did.
Okay, so I kind of got you assembled here into how it goes. So your tube and tube kind of thing, but you'll kind of look at it and see what you got going on.
Okay.
You need more water. Those are too dry.
They're too dry.
They're too dry. It doesn't have to be like soaking wet, but it was almost dry when I touched it. And Jim H says to take your time, Tricia. Hi Scott, how are you, bud?
Scott, was that Pumpkin Scott?
Yes, Pumpkin Scott. Scott Shelton Scott.
Hi, Pumpkin Scott.
She is turning rosewood.
What?
Scott Shelton was coloring golf balls and had mentioned it, and Pamela Lee said, "Yeah, I saw. I love your balls."
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not gonna go anywhere with that. I got us all in trouble.
Yes, sir, Scott. It is my wife. She's doing her very first pen. She is doing her very first pen on a live feed for Jordy's pen.
Yeah, sorry.
No need to apologize, love.
I'm telling you, the day got away from us.
But you're getting something cool done.
You should show them my pretty acrylics. I'm just saying. I'm very excited
Sure,
about
I
those.
can show some acrylics. So my wife has picked out a whole bunch of acrylics for other pens, so that's why it was kind of important that she enjoy this, because she has spent some money herself. I can kind of step through here. I know where the camera's angled. So she got this pretty electric purple one that she likes. She's gonna turn that into a pen. She got two of those. And she got two of the electric purples. She got two of a lot of these.
Oh,
She got this
it's because I already know
black and red one.
my kids are gonna steal them.
Yeah, the kids might steal them, so she got this black and red one. We're gonna turn that into a pen. She got two of those. Got it better in frame there. Got two of those. And then she got two different ones. She only got singles of these, but they do look similar. She got this guy here. It's got some
Different colors. And
pink and green, and
That's for your daughter.
this one's for my daughter.
Her little color
Kinda neat.
hippie child.
And this one is more just blacks and greens and blues, I think. My color blindness is strong.
No, it's blue. It's like a kind of like a teal or turquoise blue with black.
And then this was the first one that she got that she's going to make her own rifle pen out of.
Pink. Nope, I changed my mind. I'm not doing rifle.
No, you're not going to do the rifle bullet
I'm doing
pen?
a satin pearl.
Oh, you're going to do satin pearl with this. Okay.
Because I really think I liked. I've got that burl.
Yep, your Buckeye burl.
Yeah. No. Yeah. The Buckeye burl. I'm either going to do that or the curly maple because I really like both of those.
Yep, she's getting hooked on all the different woods. She likes to claim the wood when she sees it and just say that everything I bring home is hers. Yeah, those golf ball carvings are really cool. Who was doing them in the group for a minute? Was it? I can't remember his name. I know who it was, but I can't remember his name. So I do know who you were talking about when you said you saw somebody else do it, Scott. And they are cool. Yours were cool too, though. I'm gonna turn the heat back on for you, though.
Turning into a popsicle.
I know.
So I think this is the last one, and then when I dry it, we're gonna put that, buffer on it. or whatever.
Yep,
Almost done, guys, almost done.
you're doing good, you're fine. You are A-OK.
I don't know that I like that knot right where it was at, but.
Why? That not, that's character.
Yeah, I guess. It's not the kind of character I wanted in my pen.
It's a cool character piece. This is the knot she's talking about right here, if you guys can see it on the screen. That's the little knot that she's talking about. And she wasn't sure if she likes it. You gotta dry it first. Dry it first.
Those ones have the stuff on it, give me a
No, they don't. Those ones don't have stuff on it.
Those are the ones that have the wood chip stuff on
You're fine.
it. Give me a fun one.
You're fine. This removes scratches.
Give me that one last time.
No, I didn't. I gave you that one for buffing it.
Oh, okay.
That was the one to get them dirty and yucky.
By the way, the rosewood smells really good.
It does. Rosewood has a very unique and good smell to it when you're turning it. So right now she's applying her polishing compound and scratch remover. I like to 2-coat mine just because you don't need a ton of it, and it goes on quick and easy. No harm in 2-coating it, in my opinion. You can give it a little pressure too. You don't have to just touch it. You want to give it a little pressure. Scott Shelton likes a knot. I hope I created a monster, Scott. She does look like she's been doing it a while. This is legitimately her first pen. She's only been tinkering about 4:30, 5 o'clock with me today. Yeah, maybe she won't notice. You can give it a shot. We'll find out if any gems were harmed in the taking of that rosewood. Looking good.
I like it.
Looking good, love.
That's maybe.
Very nicely done.
It's stuck to it.
Okay. Nice job. Oh, I like it. Where'd the other ones of these go? Oh, they're back in here already.
Don't touch them.
I know. Okay.
Make it up.
You're not getting away yet. So now I'm gonna knock this out. And get ready to set up to start doing the Jordy stuff here. Okay, now I'm gonna move your direction. So we'll load up our 4-jaw chuck with our pen blank gripper. And I am going to change the angle just a little bit. Well, not really change the angle, but I am going to zoom it out just a smidge. That way we can see a little more of the process involved here. And grab my drill mandrel. grab Jordy's blanks one at a time. We can do these guys here first. Can you hand me my mask, sweetheart? Just the mask. Thank you. Getting close. I'll zoom us in, get us into a better angle here. All right, that looks good for now. We get down to about 900 RPM. All right. All right, that was maxed up. So I'm going to kind of do this as a batch type thing. That way I can cycle through this and hopefully get it quicker. It's kind of what I was trying to do with some of the other pens that I was working. Seemed to work out okay. Alright, I'm going to grab the other set of blanks. This way I don't have to keep switching tools. Both the pen blanks are the same size for everything, so that makes it a little bit better, a little easier. I have definitely gotten more comfortable with the lathe.
I think I screwed this up.
I think you screwed something up. I'll take a look in a second. If you did, we'll try to fix it. That's all we can do. Just try to fix it. What do you think you screwed up? Let me see.
I don't think this part was supposed to go first before the.
No? I don't believe so. Did you read the directions that are up there?
No.
No. You didn't read directions.
Directions?
You're like a man. We don't need directions, I just need some pictures.
I don't ask for directions either.
No, you just GPS it. Think you got it?
Maybe I didn't screw it up.
Hang on a second. Let me take a look at it for you.
I think I got it.
Think you got it?
It's directions.
I set it out for you the directions that it was supposed to go.
I didn't look at this.
Huh?
I got it.
No, no. This goes in here. That gets pressed on here and that slides over.
Yeah, that wasn't where it's gonna go. I didn't put this in.
Oh, okay. Okay, good job. I'm gonna shut off this killer meat. And I don't know if it's gonna work or not. I'm gonna lower this camera and zoom out a little bit and make a little spinaroo here. So you guys can see the process here. There we go. Yeah, I can glue. So that's our next step, is gluing tubes. Grabbing some gloves. Just one set. Not even a full set, just one glove. That's all I need. That's all I need. Just check some comments here and see what we got. Yeah, I have a variable speed drive on the Lookout. It was one of the options that I really, really wanted, and it is digital. So I bought the Jet 1221. It's a very, very highly recommended, highly rated lathe. I'm extremely happy with it. And it is readily available at Rockler or Woodcraft.
Can you tighten this for me?
What do you need, sweetheart?
Tighten this.
Okay.
It's like it's not pushing all the way in and I can't tighten it. I can't get a grip enough.
What's not pushing all the way in? This isn't pushing all the way in?
It's because I think I couldn't get this tight. I don't think I'm pushing that way.
You might have had something in there. As good as you're gonna get, you might have had something in there that was just a little bit. But when you do this, line your green up. So retract it all the way, so when it's in its closed position, and then line your green up. See what looks like it matches, and then push it on. That way, when it's closed, it shows a line up in the green, because you're normally gonna have the pen closed unless you're writing with it. All right, a little bit of thick CA glue.
look, hot damn, I made a pen.
Hot damn, you made a pen. Pretty much by yourself too, good job.
So what if it leans a little to the left?
You'll be able to tell Mark that you did it. He's gonna be like, seriously?
He'll know, cause look, it's straight.
He'll still think it's cool that you made it. I'm just using some thick CA glue to glue these tubes in. You gotta kind of work somewhat fast with this, because even if you don't hit it with the, it will set on you.
Okay, I'm finding a spot out here.
Hmm?
For my mask.
Okay,
I don't know where, but how about here?
okay. So I'm making sure I keep everything separate.
Bye.
Bye, sweetheart. Good job on your pen.
You didn't look at it.
Well, come show it on the camera so they can see it. They're going to want to see it.
Here.
You can see on the tablet what's in the view, what's not.
It's a little uneven.
Step in there and show it. You can see in the tablet what the view is. Move closer to the camera. That's zoomed way out, so you can, there you go. You see what anybody said? People are chatting there. You can't see anything. How can you not see anything? I know they're chatting.
So I'm not gonna say anything about that.
Okay.
Anxiety has reached level high, so I'm going in. Enjoy your time.
Okay, love.
It's like cold down there.
Just try to wipe it off.
It's not coming off.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, hit the wrong button. All right, there we go. Yep, it was 1,039. 1,039, and they had a Founders Day sale where you got 10% off. It was great. Saved myself $139. She's already popped inside, but I will let her know that everybody said great, good job, awesome work, and all the good stuff. I will definitely let her know that for all of you guys. She is a wonderful woman and is terribly camera shy. She does not like to be on camera anywhere. Let's zoom in. There we go. I think that's about right. Okay, so we already drilled our holes. I can take the drill bit out. And we're going to switch over to the tube reamer, which I've already, that was one of the things I preloaded was the tube reamer. And so the idea with the tube reamer is to clean and flush everything up. So I like to put my tube or my blank on the tube onto the chuck and then tighten this chuck down and see if it's a good clean fit. I like that. That's good. I'm gonna grab my mask, and then we'll clean up this tube. And hopefully you guys will be able to see kind of what's happening here. I'll zoom it in a little bit more because we're going to try to look right here. This is where the brass ring is going to show up. So too far. Try to focus mainly on that. Okay. There we go. I'm going to have to leave my mask off for this because I got to keep clearing that. You guys can see right now there's no tube showing. I'm maybe 1/8 of an inch away. So right here you'll see a big brass ring show up when it's clean. Alright, should be able to see it now. Right there in the center. Nice brass ring. Nice. Oh, this bloodwood smells pretty good too. Wasn't really expecting that, but yeah, bloodwood smells pretty good. Neat. I failed to check to see how far it was. Not too much further. You get one more little bump. All right, call that one good. First tube, good to go. Let's get the next one in. That one's way in there. Okay. I'm going to move my tool rest over. I'm going to have to trim this a little bit. need much higher RPMs. Oh, I splintered off some wood, that's no good. It's okay though. Not deep enough to affect anything important. Get my speed back down to the right spot. Almost there. Right there, a little bit more. So I failed to adjust my speed when I went to trim that edge, and it splintered, broke me off a couple of sections, but that's not a huge deal, because not down to where the blank is going to get affected. All right. Right there, right on the edge. Sometimes it's a little hard to see. Right there. Just one more little tap. Got it. All right. I'll grab the other pen blanks. do the same thing. This is, I think, one of the longest processes because it has to be very accurate. If you get these things too short or too long, it can affect the assembly of your pen. So it's kind of a critical thing to make sure that you don't get yourself in a bad spot, get all that work done, and find out you trimmed it too short. This one's in there pretty deep too. Yeah, that one's in there a good quarter of an inch deep, but I did get it. Got to where I needed to. That was a quicker one, thankfully. And it's closer to the edge. Don't jump, don't jump. It's a little bit further in there. Alrighty. Now we can set up the pen mandrel. I'm going to zoom us out a little bit. There we go. We can set up this pen mandrel. Take this chuck off. Take this one off. Not the important ones though. That's hot. I'm gonna let that sit. Pen mandrel. Slam it into place. This guy here, same thing. Oh, just slam it into place. Good to go. Grab some bushings. Thought that one was messed up. I'm going to throw it away. It lives to lathe another day. So making sure our lines are right. Bushing, blank. Some of these I kind of, yeah, okay. Got nicked a little bit, which is fine. Yeah, I think we got a pretty good camera angle on that. Good. Set this little guy up. Now I'm going to put my mask and my face shield on. Check some comments here. No, there wasn't a terrible amount of assembly. Pretty out of the box and ready to go. Yep, here comes the fun part. So, all right, Jordy, to answer your question, sir. So you can kind of see now, those tubes are a certain length. And if these tubes are shorter or longer, it's not going to assemble correctly. So these tubes have to be the right length. So putting that reamer in gets the wood to the right length of the tube. And it squares it up and makes it the right dimension, right angles and everything. 3,200 RPMs, let's go! So right now I just switched to a finishing tool. All right. Let me show you guys the difference, because one of the tools that I bought in that kit today, the expensive kit, was a finishing tool. So when you look at this guy, that's a roughing gouge, very straight, very square. This is a finishing tool, a little bit of a concave to it, a little bit of an angle to it. Just makes it easier for not tearing up your bushings and cleaner edge on the edge of the bushings. These are ready for the sandpaper. Yeah, sandpaper time it is. Start with that 320. I'm going to grab my mask real quick. We cross sand just to get rid of the sanding marks from the rotating. Feels pretty smooth to me. On to 400 grit. Let's see where this gets us here. Looks okay to me. I wrote 400 on both of those. But I know this is the 600 at least. I know by the backing of the paper. And I'll check my comments here from you guys. Now I'm gonna switch over my tools. Check my comments with you guys here in just a second. We'll load this up. See what you guys are talking about, chatting about. Just keeping orientations correct. Big thing. All right, let's see what you guys got to say. Screaming through these here. It's almost ice cream time. I won't wreck them. Carve deeper, yes. Motorcycle time. Nope, you can get single piece kits too. It just depends on the kit that you buy. A lot of them that I buy right now, the ones that I buy in bulk are 2-piece kits. But I'll be doing some more 1-piecers tomorrow, probably tomorrow and Tuesday and throughout the week. Just reading your guys' comments here. The white things are so that the CA glue doesn't stick to these white things. And that if I'd leave the metal bushings in there, the metal bushings would stick to these when I put the CA glue on. So you don't want that because then you can just trash your work. Nobody wants to trash your work. So yep, that's it. That's just so that the CA glue doesn't stick to the pen blanks because that would stink in a not kind of good way. So I'm going to go with the Starbond Thin first, 3 coats. Got to drop the lathe down to about 200 speed. There it is, that first coat gives you your base idea. Number 2. I might chuck these ones after this. They're getting a little rough. I got a whole bunch of them though. That's number 3. After that, we switch up for 7 coats of the medium. I was expecting a lot more red out of this bloodwood. Of course, I'm colorblind, so it might be a lot more red than I think it is. As fast as this CA finish applies and dries, man, I wish I could do more finishes with it. I just lost count on that. That was second coat, I think. I think that was a second. Yeah, well, we're going to call it the second. I know it was at least 2. Might have been 3, but we're going to call it 2. We're going to call this one 3. Doesn't hurt to add more. Three. 4. 4. Just checking. Yep, 4. 5. 6. 'This will be our last one, number 7. Take this up to 1500 and get ready for that wet sanding. Check some comments here. Checking your comments here. Jesus Christ, 100 kilometers per hour? My wife got on to say that she can smell it from inside the house. Yeah, she is a pro pen maker. Look at her go, right? Oh, I bet the dog's barking is so loud, and nobody's come out here to freaking take him in. I'm not going to sell my sport bike. I'll keep my my crotch rocket and get a cruiser. No reason not to have both. Well, I've been to these recently, Luann, so that's why I'm making it look easy. All right, let's shine these things up. I'm just kind of feeling them right now, seeing how smooth or not smooth it is. I think before I tear up my nice sandpaper, I'm just going to swap these. These bushings are going to get swapped out and chucked into the trash because I don't really like them that much. This one's okay. This one's not okay. And that one had a little tear them up part on it too. So I'm going to put 3 different bushings on here real quick. All right, let's get back into business here. All right. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of these, so I've gotten a little bit faster, easier on them, I think. Just more comfortable, really, just using everything and understanding what I'm doing. Not having to second guess things, and just like anything else, practice, 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 practice. My goal was to try to get these down to where I could get a pen done in under an hour. I don't know how long I've been working on this one. I think probably about 45 minutes or so. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. I failed to keep track, but I've also did both of these as a batch. So if I can get them both done in 2 hours or less, which is kind of what I was planning on time for the live stream, was 2 hours. If I get them done in 2 hours or less, then I feel like I hit my hour a pen mark. And this is the critical sanding step right here, is this 1500 grit. This is the one that gets all that initial smoothing done. Once this feels good enough, I'll advance to the next one, and they're all pretty simple after that. And then I'll assemble both the pens at the same time too, the pen and the pencil. So I'm going to set these aside, turn the other one and finish those, and then I'll just assemble them right next to each other and show them both at the same time. One thing I did, you got to go through these sandpapers in proper order. So I marked them, which ones are which. So the first one I just used 1 slash, this one's 2, the next one 3, 4, 5, all the way up through all of them. That way if I get them mixed up, I know which order I have to use them in. The lathe work is definitely quieter. Quieter than carving and the rest of the woodworking stuff I do. Definitely quieter. And really the way once you get used to doing this, it is relatively easy, especially the CA finish. Once you get accustomed to it and you know what you're doing, it's really not bad at all. So each time I run my fingers over it, I'm just checking for smoothness so that I know if I need to continue on with that grit or not. The smoother I can get it, the more comfortable I feel about moving on to the next grit. I'm going to have to plug my tablet in a minute. Like I told my wife earlier, I think I try to spend maybe 20 to 30 seconds on each side of the blanks here. Just get shinier and shinier each time. I got a few pens I got to try to knock out throughout the week, so I'm gonna be sharing and posting some other pens that get made. Got a couple of people that ordered pens. Still nobody's coming to let the dogs in. I'm gonna have to break away and go let them in here in a second. Once you get further out in the grits, it's really just a guess, look, and feel as to whether or not we spend 20 or 30 seconds on each side. And again, the 20 or 30 second thing, that was just me. Doesn't have to be, I'm sure. I have a couple of pens that I did earlier today that I got to post. I did a olive wood and a blue maho. I'll probably post those a little later tonight or first thing in the morning, or who knows. And I got some more fun colors to do. By colors, I mean I've got some Red Heart and some Paduke, and I got a coworker who's gonna have me get all kinds of fancy schmancy on his pen. Almost done with the wet sanding portion. Got this one and two more to go. The actual turning process is less time by far. Of course, I got really comfortable with the turning process really, really fast. So that helped. Now I just got to find a way to improve production speed on everything else. And nobody comes to take care of the dogs after I finish this next one. Before I polish, I'll go and I'll let them in. When I try these acrylic pens for my wife, I think those are going to be just sanding and polishing, no CA finish. I don't think they're going to need it. This is the 12,000 grit. See how this looks. I'll let the dogs in after this. Yeah, feels good. And this is just to dry it off before the polish. Soft cloth, I feel like I'm probably wrong, but I feel like the soft cloth adds a final smoothing. But realistically, that 12,000 grit sandpaper is probably more than plenty. Alright, let me go and let these dogs in real quick. Turns out by these dogs, it was only one dog. Check your guys' comments real quick. See what we got for comments wise. Yeah, I know she wants a cruiser for sure. they're really not that not manageable. I guess you could cut them down, but I don't know. I just didn't. Thank you, Jordy. I appreciate that. I don't know. I kind of like it. I mean, you can knock them out really quick. The pens. That's why you jumped on to get them fast, huh? Oh yeah, that's gonna come for sure. All the bowls and vases. That's already in my head to do. I just started with pens and got proficient with that first. Do a commode on the lathe. Okay, we'll see what we can do. I'm gonna have to move an extension cord over here to get to plug in the tablet here in a second. Oh, I know, it'll definitely come with time. Yeah, I already made one wand. Do a toilet. Do a toilet. All right. Take these guys off here. Keep my orientation right. Take the 1500 grit to get rid of these little nubs. Looks pretty clean. grinding away. Had a little bit of extra super glue on that side, CA glue. Matching them up here. All right. Super zoomed in view. There's one. Keep that orientation correct. All right, got those ones in. Let's grab this other set here. These couple bushings. Let's get these turned down. Time for mask and face shield. Check your guys' comments real quick first. Yeah, Jordy, carve a toilet. Custom wood dishes. I already called dibs on my first bowl. What's up, Chris? How are you, bud? All right, let's get this thing turned. Mask up, face shield on. Let's do it. Alrighty. Not too bad. I'll check the comments and then on to sanding. Take my mask off for a second. Ah. Sorry, phone died. Just read your messages here. Doing quick read throughs. All right. I'm going to move extension cord here so I can plug in my my damn tablet. That's the word I'm looking for, tablet. Don't lose the conversation there. There we go, tablet's plugged. All right, grab my mask, wherever the hell I set it, here it is. Okay, let's get some sanding done. This one's kind of got some somewhat neat green in it. I bought some marble wood today. Planning to make some pens out of that. That should be interesting. All right, there's the 320. On to the 400. So just out of curiosity, is the video quality been better? Because I think I changed my phone to do a smaller file. I intended to. And what's your guys' favorite part of the process? Obviously not the finished product, right? Everybody loves the finished product, but what's your favorite part of the process? Is it the CA glue application, the wet sanding, the watching the lathe cut the wood down? As much as I don't like the smell and some of the other stuff that comes along with the CA glue finish, I think that might be one of my favorite parts is watching the glue on. It's kind of like when the oil hits the cutting boards for the first time and you kind of get to see what's coming. Get set up and I'll show you guys what it looks like after the 600 grit sanding. This is the front piece. Jesus, come on. That's after that 600 grit. All right. CA today. Let's see. Lots of comments in here. Holy. Gonna kind of scroll through them here real quick. Hopefully that bloodwood will look better, Jordy, once the CA glue goes on it. That's what I'm hoping for. I've showed it a few times. Hi, Liz. You want snakewood instead? You got a snakewood one coming. Yeah, her the wood that she chose, that rosewood, was really nice. Excellent, thank you, Luann. And I agree, Pam. The wood melting away is really cool. Yes, for sure, Jordy. We know you're kidding. Oh, you mean the leopard wood? That was the other wood that I had. I don't know if I have a small piece of it laying around. I got a shorter stick of it. Coca Cola was nice too. I thought I had a small piece of leopard wood sitting around, but maybe I didn't. I'm wrong. Nope, I do. No, I don't. I don't know. I know I have some. I know I got it laying around here somewhere. Just have to dig to find it. There's some of the leopard wood. That's some of the leopard wood. Okay, back to business. Clean up a couple of these bags here real quick. All right. First coat. All right. 3 coats in on that. Get this freaking rag under here so I don't drip any glue down. Almost forgot that part. Let's get this first coat of medium on. Second coat. Third coat. Four. 5. 6. One more. All right, let that spin for a second, check these comments real quick. There's a warning on every wood because everything to the state of California is known to cause cancer. You got it, Brother Jordy. Hey, Jim. Well, all right. Let's turn this up. Get this sucker polished. Get these couple pens finished. I was able to get that on pretty smooth. I'm not going to have to do a ton of sanding on this first one. That's good. Son of a gun. I just remembered. I didn't get any coffee creamer today. I got enough for maybe like 1 cup tomorrow morning. Unacceptable. I'm going to have to go to Dunkin' Donuts. I got, somebody's going to send me a real, real burl. I think he said cherry burl. I can't remember what type of burl, but very appreciative. He's going to send me a burl. I'm going to turn that into a pen or two. I'm gonna send him a pen back for his troubles. 'Cause I think that's a super nice gesture for him to send me something cool because he knows it's gonna look good as a pen. Yeah, I'm colorblind, but I don't know why they call this bloodwood. It's not very blood colored to me. Slightly orange maybe, but that's what I get for being colorblind. I cannot see your true colors shining through. Nobody wants to hear me singing. Very smooth. Like it. Means I can get through the rest of the sanding relatively quickly. So you're supposed to do this every grit, but I feel like that's a little overkill. So I do it every other grit. This is kind of satisfying to watch. And just seeing it all come to life. I know the market is going to be fairly limited on pens and who's going to buy them. But I do like making them. I am thankful for some very supportive people who have already jumped onto the bandwagon of placing an order. I do definitely appreciate you folks. I think it's kind of neat too. I don't know, maybe Jordy thinks so too or not, but I think it's kind of neat. Jordy's requesting a pen. He actually gets to see his pen being produced. I think that's kind of cool. If there's any Carbon Fusion people out here that are in here for the first time, I appreciate you showing up. And do not forget, everybody, the admins and myself are putting on the tattoo challenge. It's actually coming up a lot sooner than we think it is. The due date is March 20th. If you haven't already started your piece, you might want to start considering it. Hopefully we get a bunch of participation in there. I think it's a pretty cool event. You pick out a tattoo that you like that's already been tattooed on somebody, could be your own tattoo, somebody else's tattoo, and turn it into a carving. You got to give artists credit for the tattoo originally, and you got to show your progress. You got to show the tattoo that you chose, and show your progress getting it transferred onto your wood medium, and carve it. Kind of pretty much it. You got to have artist credit. You got to carve the piece. You got to show your progress. Paint is okay. Epoxy is okay. Anything after the carving, it's all good. It's okay. Two big things is artist credit, and it has to be currently somebody's or your own tattoo. You can also have a tattoo artist draw something for you, but you still have to show your progress transferring it to the wood and getting your work done. And you still have to give artist credit to the tattoo artist that drew it. They say all wood darkens over time, so hopefully this gets much more red. I was kind of excited when Jordy mentioned bloodwood to me. He just thought it was cool because it was called bloodwood. But I was kind of excited. I thought it was going to be a really cool, like, dark red wood similar to Red Heart. But not as vibrantly red as I thought it was going to be. Still looks cool though. It's still got some decent grain to it. It's hard to really get it to show all of its characteristics too on such small pieces. This is the final sanding. Get it polished up. I'm gonna move the camera, I think, some way so I can figure out how to do the assembly there. I mean, I know how to do the assembly, but figure out how to get it to where we can all see it. And that's even just the sandpaper. I mean, that's a good polish finish. But let's take it all the way. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it polish up, like the shine come through or not when I polish this. I try to do it in a way that you can see it, hopefully. Stand on this side here. Maybe you guys can see it start getting shiny. All right, compare this one to this one. We're just about at assembly time here. I'm going to make sure that I keep these oriented properly. Ooh, shiny. I'm going to zoom out quite a bit. Be a lot easier for me to show these. Throw these bushings back into my little case here. All right. Do a little sanding here. Before I sand the other one, I'll show you why you got to do this, because there's a really, really good example of it. It's very easy to see on this pen blank. Okay, set that one down in proper orientation. Okay, so this is why, see the glue on there? That's why you got to knock it all down, sand it all off, because that won't work well. That side's not too bad, but that's why we sand it down. So, you know, that was the really bad side. Get my wife to do it, huh? She makes everything look better. Trust me. All right. Set that there. This here. And let's see if I can figure out a good spot to make this work. Can't really tell from there because my saw's in the way. No, that's not going to work. Yeah, we'll try that. Maybe. Let me check some comments here. Never had this many bots ever in a chat. This is a new experience. Thanks for attacking him, Rick. Trying to really quick breeze through all these comments. If I missed something important, I apologize. Once you cut that burl open, Scott, I mean, they're crazy grain inside. Yes, Liz's Bob does turn some nice stuff too. Well, he had to have a matching pen and pencil set. That's why he needed another one. Maybe he'll learn to write, huh? All right, so I'm gonna try and do this where you guys can see it. Different kit. Yeah, we'll see how this works. This one is the pen. So lots and lots of little parts. So that part there, that part in the middle, this part goes on the end, along with this part. Oh, this is German ink. Fancy. Look at this. Fancy German ink. Tip. Nice fitment. Oh, I like it. This one's always a little bit more of a pain in the butt. And shit, especially if the damn thing wants to fit really, really hard like that. Hopefully it can just push its way in. Find the right spot. Oh, I guess that's going to be the right spot. Okay. Check the depth. just a little bit more. A little ring. All right. There's the pan. So there's the pen. Let's get that pencil together. All right. Throw this stuff away. The pencils are no different than the pens, except other than the parts. The parts are a little bit different. Everything still has to move together, right? Just trying to make sure I put this pencil together the right way. Double check these real quick. These are a slightly different pencil than what I have. I don't want to mess it up. Let's see. Oh, I hope that's right. Something tells me that they gave me the wrong size tube. Because one of these is too damn. Yeah, I think that might be it. Maybe. I think I got the wrong size tube for one of these. Because it's not reaching the threads. Those bastards sold me a bunk kit, Jordy. They sold me a bunk kit. It's supposed to sit like that. Those threads are supposed to reach the threads that are inside of there. Kind of see them a little bit. In any case, they're supposed to reach those threads and then twist together. I think they had double pen tubes in there. I thought it was a little weird, but it was a different kit. Now I gotta try to figure out how to fix that. That's no bueno. That's really no freaking bueno. See, this is supposed to thread on. That's how it's supposed to go. Well, son of a bitch. Duct tape. Well, that pisses me off. Or maybe I might have installed that backwards. I think maybe that's a possibility. I might have installed that piece backwards. Maybe. I gotta see if I can get that sucker out of there. Might be able to salvage her. Haha, I got it out. Now then. Yeah, that might have been it. I think that was it. I think I just put it in backwards. That looks better. That's the way it was supposed to look. Sticking way out. There we go. That's a better. There we go. The matching pencils and pens. Check your comments here, guys. There was a total operator error. Jordy's bummed. I think these will darken up over time, and they do have a couple of cool, you really can't see it on the camera, Jordy, but they kind of have a really cool iridescent glow to them. I think they're cool. I'll try to get the glow better in the pictures. Yeah, I'm definitely a user error. Glad it was just a user error. Because I was going to be mad. Because I tried to look these kits over before I bought them. So I'm glad that it was just that. Those were Jordy's. These were the two I made earlier. This was, this one's Sapili. Lighting's not good in this spot. That one's Sapili. And this one is Blue Maho. That one was really kind of plain. It was kind of disappointing, but whatever. I'm gonna post pictures of those too. But, let's see what time it is, 10:31. A little later than what I wanted by about an hour and a half. Not bad given all the little snafus though. No complaints. I still got 3 other kits to do. Read through some of your guys' comments. Yeah, very similar to that spelling, Scott. It is blue just like the color, Mahoe. Let me see if I can find the... Yep. I was a little disappointed in the Blue Maho because this is the blank that I turned it from. And I was like, okay, cool. It's got a little bit of color in there, but that color doesn't go deep enough. So I thought it was going to look really cool, but that color is only like just on the top surface there. Maybe the next one will be better. All right. Yep, 10:30 here. I've already made a leopard wood pen, Jordy. My bullet pen is leopard wood. Which is tucked away in the house. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. Let me go grab it. I will go grab it and bring it out. I'll be back in a second. Okay. This was the leopard wood pen. So, focus. It's got a nice little rifle bolt action clicker. And that's the leopard wood. Yeah, I like that one. The Coco Bolo was cool too. I want to make some more Coco Bolo. Yeah, that one was, this is a heavy freaking pen though, man. This is like holding a freaking bullet for real, like a bullet or the freaking gun that fires the bullet. It is just like holding that. Oh yeah, and it's got the yeah, that's about it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I hit my 2 hour time limit, but I was doing some other stuff obviously while I was trying to achieve a time limit and make sure that I could do this fast. But I enjoyed chatting with you guys and checking out all the comments while I was working. That's always fun. I got to try to get it done in a certain amount of time for the days that I'm not live streaming it. So I got some Machiche blanks that are going to get done soon. Those are going on a pen. That's Machiche. And I got some more Bocote. Those are going to go on another one soon. I got 3 others over here. I got another Bloodwood one over here too. Those are going to go on to another pen set soon. They're stacked and ready to go. Bird's Eye is freaking gorgeous. Yeah, Bird's Eye is freaking gorgeous wood. I love Bird's Eye. Bird's Eye and Curly. I've got some from the cutting boards. I get lots of curly maple leftovers. I'm gonna have to focus this in better. You can kind of see it. It's iridescent glow. Kind of changes in the light. But that's more pen blanks too. Thank you, Luann. I appreciate you coming in and hanging out. I'm actually going to bail out here myself because it's 20 to 11. I got to wake up super early for work in the morning. But I do appreciate everybody coming and hanging out and chatting and all that stuff. I imagine that that burl is a little butt shaped. See you later, Luann. Appreciate it. The roller ball pens, yeah, I can get roller ball pen kits. Or fountain pens, I can get those too. Not a problem, Jordy. Appreciate it. And a bunch of you are already on my Facebook page, so any more questions, send them to me there, and I will definitely try to answer them as quick as I can. Jim, don't forget to shoot me your address if you haven't already, and we'll work out your pen soon. All right. In the honor of the great Jordy Johnson, Abra Cadabra.